Good afternoon, dear students. So, in this lecture, we'll be talking about responsibilities of physiotherapist. So, in this lecture, we'll be talking about what is physiotherapy, what is physiotherapy, role of physiotherapy as a profession, then the role and responsibilities of physiotherapy in different settings like general hospitals, rehabilitation hospitals, geriatric hospitals, long-term hospitalization departments. Then what are the aims of physiotherapy in different settings or in hospitals? And who are physiotherapists? What are the roles and responsibilities of physiotherapists and the activities which are performed by them to fulfill their responsibilities? Next comes the introduction. So basically, what is physiotherapy or physical therapist? They are the healthcare professionals who diagnose and treat individuals of all ages from newborn to the very oldest who have medical problems or other health related conditions. So let's just split the definition and read it one by one. So they are the healthcare professionals, healthcare providers who diagnose means assess and treat individuals of all ages. You must are aware of that we treat individuals of all ages, be it a newborn. In fact, physiotherapy starts from the beginning of life. It is the prenatal physiotherapy, the gynecology. So it starts from the newborns to the very oldest, till the last day of or the last few breaths, who have medical problems or have other health related conditions that limit their abilities to move and perform functional activities in their daily lives. So physical therapist, you can very well imagine their importance. So physical therapists examine each individual and develop a plan using a treatment techniques to promote the ability to move. What are the goals now? First is the ability to move. They maintain the mobility of the body. Then reduce the pain. The most frequently found problem with which the patient usually comes to the clinical setup is to reduce the pain. Then to restore the function, the loss of movement or whatever the functional loss is there, and then prevent disability. It's also simultaneously rehabilitative and a preventive science. In addition, physiotherapists work with individuals to prevent the loss of mobility before it occurs. If you have ever been to ICU, you know that before the complications develops. So we are those healthcare providers who believe in the funda of health prevention is better than the cure. So in order to delay, or in order to prevent the complications from occurring, like for example in hospital care setups, for to prevent the deep vein thrombosis, we start with early ankle toe pumps or we provide calf stockings for the same. So similarly, in order to prevent those complications, we start the physiotherapy from the day one itself. So it occurs by developing fitness and wellness oriented programs. We are part of all the community physiotherapy occurring at various levels, in fact, not only at the community level, it from the various different levels for healthier and more active lifestyle. And simultaneously, we all know that it is cost effective also. It does not cost you more in comparison to the surgery or the hassle which is there after the surgery or before the surgery. So physical therapists provide care for people in a variety of settings, including hospitals. We'll be talking about them in detail. So we provide physiotherapy in various setups, including hospitals, including private practices. We know that people do practice privately. Outpatient departments means OPDs, clinics, nursing homes, home health agencies, schools, sports and fitness facilities like gyms. Then work settings, like nowadays there's a trend of MNCs hiring, multinational companies hiring physiotherapists for the management or for their employees. And then the nursing homes. So state licensure is required in each state in which a physical therapist practice. You cannot just practice like that. You need to have a state legislation or the state license to practice for the same. Now talking about physical therapy as a profession, what are the highlights, key point of physical therapy as a profession? Now that you have opted physiotherapy as a profession, what are the key points which you need to know, which you should be aware of? It's a dynamic profession with an established theoretical and scientific base and widespread clinical applications. It's a dynamic profession. It has wide range of options available starting from orthopedics, musculoskeletal, sports conditions, neurological conditions, cardiovascular, gynecological, you all are aware of, with an established theoretical and scientific base, which means whichever techniques are being applied or is being applied nowadays, or in fact from the beginning, have a scientific base to it. There is an evidence or published literature to support each and every practice. And similarly, widespread clinical applications, which means there are plenty of options which are available in the restoration, maintenance, and promotion of optimal physical function. At the end of the day, they provide us with restoration, maintenance, and promotion of optimal physical function. So, physical therapists, what they do is they diagnose and manage movement dysfunction and enhance physical and functional capabilities. By saying that, we mean they first assess the condition, then they manage movement dysfunction, whichever there's loss of function which is there, they try to restore it, and hence by restoring they enhance the physical and functional abilities of the individual so that they can switch back to their activities of daily life, daily living with comfort. Then restore, maintain and promote. After restoring, maintaining is also very very important. Let's just say for example a patient has come up to you with frozen shoulder. You have treated that patient, and 6 months down the line his patient is coming back again with the similar complaints, that is unable to raise his shoulder beyond, let's just say, 80-degree, with the similar complaints. So here you have failed as a physiotherapist because you did not prescribe him the home care regime. So maintenance is also equally important. You once restored it, you succeeded in restoring the loss of function, but then the patient landed up again into the similar problem. So maintenance is also very very important, and hence promote not only optimal physical function but optimal wellness. So the idea is, the basic goal is to maintain the optimal wellness and fitness, okay, rather than physical function. And once you promote wellness and fitness, you will obviously improve the optimal quality of life. The main target area is to improve the quality of life your patient. Then prevention, as we've discussed, prevention is always better than the cure. So we have a preventive medicine also. So prevent the onset. Okay, the patient should not develop frozen shoulder if he is diabetic. For that, you need to make sure that he perform all those activities of daily living beforehand, so that he should not land up into developing frozen shoulder from the beginning itself. So prevent the onset, symptoms, and if developed, progression of impairments. By progression of impairments means, for example, osteoarthritis is a irreversible condition. You cannot reverse the bony changes which has occurred so far, but you can obviously delay the progression. You can maintain the deterioration at then and there only at a steady rate. So progression of impairments, functional limitations and disabilities that may result from disease, disorder and injuries. Then we as a physiotherapist, we can work in different settings, starting from the general hospitals, then we can work in rehabilitation hospitals, we can work in long-term hospitalization departments as we've discussed. So now talking first about the general hospitals, what are the role, what does a physiotherapy, how can physiotherapy help in general hospitals? So in general hospital, physiotherapy in all department focuses on prevention of complications. The setup of general hospitals is that the variety of wide range of patients available with different kind of conditions or injuries are there. So our prime goal in general hospitals is the prevention of complications. For example, early mobilization or early restriction to the bed movement depending upon the condition, and then improvement of patient's condition including respiratory function and mobility. So why does respiratory function and mobility is very very important in general hospitals? Because in general hospitals there is a very high risk of infection which is there. So you have to take respiratory or pulmonary functions at the paramount importance. Okay, so from the day one only you start with incentive spirometry or the breathing exercises or chest expansion exercises so that patient does not develop any further infection, and hence also chest mobility exercises. The hospital therapist also performs the initial functional assessment. So for example, with neurological physiotherapy, neuro PT, what we do is we take, on day one you have taken assessment of the patient, along with that you have taken functional assessment of the patient. So you repeat or you reassess the patient after every 3 weeks in order to ensure that if you are on the right path or you're doing the proper treatment or not. If patient's condition is not worsening or is still, then you're probably in the right path or he is improving. If it is worsening, you need to change your line of treatment. So the physiotherapy service in a general hospital contributes to patient's recovery and hence its return to mobility and function in activity or active life. Now talking about aims of physiotherapy in hospitals. So first aim is prevention of complications as we have discussed. Then second is promotion of functional and mobility. If the patient has come up with any loss of function, restore that function by giving, for example, I've just given you example of frozen shoulder. The patient is complaining that I cannot move my shoulder beyond 70 degrees or 80 degrees. I fail to do their certain tasks. I cannot comb my hair. So restoration of function, that is the chief complaint of the patient, and mobility. Then functional assessment, which we have just discussed. Assess the patient's functional status, which means what all activities is he not able to perform or he is able to perform. Then repeat the functional assessment after every 3 weeks. Now it may vary from patient to patient. In like orthopedic conditions, you may take reassessment after every 3 days. So it depends upon the case to case. Then advice and instructions. By advice and instruction, it means the home care program. Once the patient is discharged, you have to give discharge summary to the patient that what regime he has to follow at home with the proper written notes. Or you can also explain it to the patient by demonstrating the exercises. You can also indulge the family members whosoever will be taking the care of the patient at home. Then the role of physiotherapy in rehabilitation hospitals, that how can physiotherapy contribute in rehabilitation hospitals. As the name is suggesting, rehabilitation hospitals are the hospitals where patient is admitted primarily with the focus on physiotherapy or occupational therapy or for rehabilitation purposes only. Otherwise patient is medically stable. So such kind of patients are usually neurological patients, spinal cord injury patients, traumatic brain injury patients, stroke patients, hemiplegic, cerebral palsy. So those patients require long-term hospitalization. They are primarily, when they are medically stable, they are there for rehabilitation purposes only. Therein also, it's a rehabilitative science. Then the third category is geriatric hospital. Geriatric is elderly group. So geriatric hospitals, usually if you have ever been to geriatric hospital, so you will be able to relate that they have the key loss of functions. The key areas in elderly population is the arthritis, musculoskeletal conditions, weakness, frail, and then other than that, posture issues, balance issues. So there is a geriatric lab. We call it as a geri lab. So what we do is we train the posture and balance. We develop that lab based on the commonly found conditions in the geriatric population. So therein also you reassess the patient, and the main target, the main area is to make the patient functionally independent. Then the long-term hospitalization departments. Here also the name is suggestive, long-term hospitalization departments, which means the patient is going to be there for the longer duration in comparison to the others. In long-term hospitalization departments, physiotherapy work focuses on maintaining the patient's functional status with an emphasis on maintaining functional independence to extent that is possible, which means herein also the goal is improving the functional status of the patient, which means make the patient more and more independent in performing his activity of daily living and hence improving the quality of life of the patient. So physiotherapy treatment is performed as a multidisciplinary treatment among others. Other than physiotherapy, nursing care departments, dementia departments, prolonged ventilation departments, they also are the key areas or departments in such hospitals. Then who are physiotherapists? They are the professional who are highly credible and their natural medical treatment. We do not perform surgeries, we do not do any intensive or invasive care. So that is physiotherapy, natural medical treatment which is not invasive in nature. The focus of physiotherapy is the restoration of function. As we discussed, physiotherapists assess and diagnose the problem, then plan and provide treatment programs that aim to restore function or minimize dysfunction after disease or injury. So as physiotherapist, we first assess the problem or diagnose the problem by examining it. Then we plan. Plan means goal planning. For generally patients, we plan the session. We plan that, for example, there are two group of patients. One is a housewife, the other one works in a, she or she has a desk job. Okay, so for one who is a housewife, your activities of daily living, you need to make her independent in activities of daily living like household chores. For the one who is a desk job employee, you have to teach her trunk control first and then the upper extremity strength. She's not into field jobs, so lower extremity strength will not be that of, not of that paramount importance. So this is achieved through combination of manual therapy, movement training, and use of physical and electrophysiological agents, which we have just seen in the video. We may choose either of the modes. We can use electrotherapy, we can use manual therapy. You can use, there are variety of options, treatment options which are available. So physiotherapist provides service to all ages, as discussed, from starting from the newborns to the geriatric populations, and in different work environments like acute hospital settings, in the rehabilitation departments, outpatients means OPD setups, and at the community level. You must have heard of community based rehabilitation, which is at the state level, at the community level, sub center, talukas, district. Now, what are the role and responsibilities of physiotherapists? To be specific, they assess physical condition of a patient to identify problems and then they plan the treatment. Second is, you may use spinal and peripheral joint mobilization and manipulation techniques. Then they help in reduction of pain. Most of the patients come to a therapist with the problem of pain and swelling. Improve the range of movement, assist in muscle re-education and strengthening, then retrain the patient to walk or use devices such as crutches, cane. You have to teach the patient. Patient might have bought the walker, but he or she does not know how to walk. You can teach them 2-point gait, 3-point gait, whichever is most appropriate for that particular condition of the patient. Then assess development of premature babies. There are oromotor developmental techniques, then we have social and language development. So we are the ones who are completely acquainted with the developmental process. What is ATNR, what is STNR? So development of premature babies required physiotherapy, intensive PT again. Then assist individual with permanent disabilities. Generally, that is also identification of a good surgeon who generally asks for a trial of physiotherapy. Then only if physiotherapy fails to give the results or the outcomes, then only they go ahead with physiotherapy. So it's one of those methods which is found to be cost effective and also longer lasting as well. So work as a team of health professionals. As a team member, you have to take care, you have to take the opinion of other interdisciplinary care. Like you can take the opinion of assistive technology department, you can take the opinion of prosthetist, you can take the opinion of orthotist, you can take the opinion of occupational therapy departments. So keep everyone beside while taking a decision during the goal planning session specifically. Education of the patients is also very important. Patient awareness is very important. Plan and implement community fitness program. So community fitness programs are the group sessions which we provide at the community level. For example, yoga or fitness sessions or the awareness program, screening programs which are done at the different levels, starting from the sub-center to the tertiary care level hospitals, the primary to the tertiary care health sector. Then maintain relevant documentation. All the data, medical records, their maintenance, their privacy, all is again the responsibility of physiotherapist. You may be asked from any of this. Then what are the activities which are performed? Falls prevention program, specifically for geriatrics. I told you about geri labs, geriatric labs. Then triaging with physician for specialist care. Assessment for back pain and triaging for back pain, referable to community-based treatment program, just now I told you. Then the identification of need for additional diagnostics. Specialists, for example, a patient has come up to you with a problem which you are incapable of handling because of the resources maybe which are available. For example, you don't have biofeedback available, you don't have isokinetic chair which is available. So you can refer that patient to them. Or, for example, if there's a patient who is, according to you, is not that motivated, he might need a rehabilitation psychologist. So you may refer to the patient to rehab psychologist first and then to yourself. The psychologist, when he says that he or she is fit to take physiotherapy now, then he can come back to you. So facilitate linkages with the community program, support and education or caregivers in chronic diseases, lung health programs, osteoporosis education, self-management program. We all are aware of the fact that postmenopausal women are most vulnerable for getting osteoporosis. So, making the middle aged woman aware of the signs and symptoms and the management of osteoporosis is very, very important. So, you can organize these camps at the community level or at the door to door services as well. So, these are the activities which in summary, we can whatever we discussed today, who are physical therapists? They are the professionals, highly credible course who deal in different kind of settings. They assess the patient, restoration of function, then they address different medical health problems. Then aims of physiotherapy in a hospital, it is basically prevention of the disease. It is also the restoration of function. Then it is also to take the functional assessment of the patient and to make the patient independent in his or her activities of daily living. Then what are the responsibilities and role and responsibility of physiotherapists in general hospitals, in rehabilitation hospitals, in geriatric hospitals and long-term hospitalization departments? What are the activities which can be performed by physiotherapists? For example, obesity programs, fitness program, fall prevention programs, then osteoporosis prevention program, awareness program. Nowadays only we know that the whole world is battling from COVID-19. So our rural population is still not is not very certain of what are the symptoms and when to get yourself tested. So those kind of awareness program can be run by a physiotherapist. These are the certain practice questions and here are the references. Thank you.